What's up, everybody?
What it do? What it do?
What it do?
Hola.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Taco Tuesday. You know what that means? It's that time. It's time. You are now experiencing distance nerding. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Young Phil. That's Jamez 5000. And that's Jen. We're one fantastic car away from fighting Galactus.
And we're here
To
nerd together.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
It was absolutely fantastic. We're talking. Oh, sorry, James. That's your line.
Talking about anything pop culture news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, Comic Cons, fantastic cars. Who knows? Whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it.
Right. It's time to start some rumors. It's still time to get banned in Belarus.
No, I'm reaching out to
Not
Belarus.
banned in
Reaching
Belarus.
out to
Not getting banned in Belarus. Not getting banned in
Reach
Belarus.
out to Belarus. Reach out to Belarus. It doesn't. It's not as good.
It's not.
Band in Belarus is just so good.
Because it works.
It does.
So well.
It works.
True Justice
read the show.
and the sequel way, while promoting another project, Pierce was asked if he snagged anything from the Superman set. His reply, it's hot. It's a hot set. You don't want to mess it up because, the sequel is, never mind. Wendell Pierce dropping some news. The last second retreat lit up social media in a flash of speculation. Metropolis may not have a bat signal, but fans heard that quote loud and clear in the classic newsroom fashion. The buzz is building and the internet's gone full Lois Lane. His comment echoes earlier murmurs from DCU head James Gunn, who hinted that Clark Kent's next chapter is already in motion, and Wendell Pierce's charisma and gravitas to the mix, and it's not hard to imagine him sliding back into the DCU, possibly with more political weight or even a Lex adjacent role. Tacos on the table. Would you rather see Wendell Pierce return as a government bigwig pulling strings, or watch him pivot into a surprise villain reveal with Lex adjacent flair? Oh my gosh.
I think this went way off the rails.
Already did. I want to see more from Wendell Pierce's version of Perry White, just because he was interesting, but he didn't have enough to do in the movie itself.
Yeah.
And I would love to see more of that.
I think the Daily Planet people are the slow burn.
Yeah.
Like they're the ones that like they're gonna be in there. It's like in the comics, like they'll just kind of be hanging out, and then a story will be about them and Superman, or them and whoever. I expect that we'll probably see them in a lot of other movies. Anytime anybody comes to Metropolis, we're probably going to run into one of them because they've all got their fingers on the pulse. But I do think Perry White might go into politics after this whole Lex stuff. So he might become a councilman or something.
All right. Second. Oh, wait. Where's your tacos, Philippe?
Oh, my tacos. I mean,
¿Dónde están las tacos?
Yeah, I mean, I do see him coming on and being more involved in the government and everything like that, especially after the events that kind of happened within Metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he might think that he can pull some weight and help out in a way. So yeah, I see him coming on as more of a string puller.
Awesome. So do you guys think, here's a second helping of tacos, should the sequel go globe-trotting or stay Metropolis bound? What would you rather see as far as the setting?
I think I'd like to see more of the world. I mean, we've seen Metropolis. We've kind of seen how Clark is around Metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see him in other places, because we didn't even see him go anywhere else except Metropolis and really the Fortress of Solitude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And
that because he does.
whatever
I
that
mean,
country was,
we
Judd.
heard about him going there, but we never saw him go there.
Oh, that's a good point. Good point.
Yeah, so that had already happened when we got dropped into this world. So I do think that I'd like to see more globetrotting, and that would bring more. Maybe it'll bring more heroes into it. Maybe we'll get a little fire and ice.
Yeah. And spoiler alert, Metropolis is going to be under construction for a long time. Besides
And
the big
Clark's
hole in
probably
the ground.
gonna want to get scarce because apparently Michael Holt is grumpy right now.
Yeah.
So.
All right, who has the next one here?
Oh, that is me because globetrotting means Wonder Woman. Themyscira's getting a rewrite and DC Studios is going bold. Anna Nogueira, the rising screenwriter behind Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, has officially been tapped to script the new Wonder Woman film for the DCU. Known for her cosmic grit and character-driven chaos, Nogueira's take is expected to steer Diana into fresh territory. I feel like I'm saying her last name wrong, but I'm going to keep going.
Nogueira. You got
But
it.
the
Nogueira.
Nogueira?
Nogueira, yeah.
Okay. But the lasso isn't the only thing changing hands. According to insider reports, DC Studios is actively searching for an unknown actress of Mediterranean descent to take on the role of Wonder Woman. The move aligns with Gunn's push for fresh faces and origin-accurate casting, aiming to ground Diana's mythos and her cultural roots while avoiding the A-list carousel. Gunn hasn't confirmed casting is underway, but he's made it clear Wonder Woman is a priority, and the studio wants a script that sings before the tiara gets fitted. With Nogueira's now scripting both Supergirl and Wonder Woman, she's quietly becoming the architect of DC's new trinity. Her Diana could be more warrior than diplomat, more myth than icon, and if the casting rumors hold, she'll be played by someone fans haven't met yet. I will know who she is. Tacos on the table. If DC casts a true unknown, will fans embrace a Diana who earns her legacy on screen rather than arriving with it?
So my tacos are on the table. I like the idea of casting new. I like the idea of casting an unknown because this is how you make someone famous. This is how if especially with the way that Gunn casts, he is going to screen test the living shit out of whoever he picks to play Diana. And I feel like he is going to pick somebody who is absolutely going to in a good way like wreck this role. I mean, like, they are going to fucking knock it out of the park. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think that this is, again, I like the idea of Gunn not going for A-listers and going for, hey, let's get actors who can do the role.
Yeah,
James.
I agree. I'm all for it. If James Gunn believes in her writing and likes her writing so much, where it's like, okay, she did amazing as Supergirl. We greenlit it. Let's give her Wonder Woman. I love her ideas. I think she's also part of Teen Titans, right? I think she's going to be part of the writing team for Teen Titans. But
Yeah,
I'm excited. Let's do it.
Yeah.
She did. And if you like Vampire Diaries, she was on Vampire Diaries as well. How about that?
There you go.
I'm all for Brazilian writers.
There you go. So, I have thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm glad that Anna's doing Wonder Woman. I think having a female voice the female heroes is a great idea because they're going to have a different perspective than males doing it. Even though Wonder Woman was created by a man, he was very progressive. And I'm all for the unknown casting because I do feel like with such a prestige role like Superman or Batman, or not so much Batman, but Superman and Wonder Woman, having someone that's not as well known actually is a boost for the movie because then you don't say, like, a long time ago, Sandra Bullock's name was like being, batted around for Wonder Woman when Joss Whedon was going to do it. And I was just like, this is horrible because all of Sandra Bullock's baggage comes to the Wonder Woman movie. Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, she was marketable and a big name and everything, but her baggage would come as well with Wonder Woman and being like she's been like basically cut off from civilization. Having someone that nobody knows about is a much better and more accurate to the character. It's more accurate to the character. And I just think that's great. We were actually talking, my husband and I were talking about this on Sunday when we were driving. And I was like, I don't know who would play Wonder Woman. I mean, yeah, there are a few that I'm like, yeah, they might be good. They might be good. But I really feel like I want an unknown. I do. I said that. I was like, I want an unknown. I want someone who hasn't been around. Not very many people knew about Gal Gadot. She had a couple of things, but she really blossomed in the Wonder Woman role. And I think that an unknown or a younger, not as known actress could do a good job. I'm sorry, female actor. I don't use the S's. We don't call them doctresses. We call them doctors.
Oh, okay. I see what I was like, I'm lost for a second here.
My tacos are definitely on the table for this, for Wonder Woman. That Anna Nogueira that's not a rumor. That's actually confirmed. James Gunn said it. And
yeah, right.
I just put it in there because I was like, we got this. Let's do this. So, and then there's a second helping because we have a second helping. How will Nogueira's voice shape a Wonder Woman who is less tiara sparkle, more sword swinging soul?
I'm all for this. My tacos are going on the table. I 100%. I want more of the Amazon warrior than I want of the princess diplomat. You know what I mean? Like I want to see her, and I want to see that new 52 version with the shield and the sword. As much as a lot of people didn't like the new 52 version, like that version, she was such a badass. Like I want that version of the character.
Well, and George Perez did that.
Right.
He gave her a shield, a circle shield like Captain America, and a sword. He gave her both of those in the 80s. So it's not like this is a new concept.
Right.
But I did want to say I had a brainwave today, and I think James Gunn might be framing it to move towards Infinite Crisis and not like a Crisis on Infinite Worlds, like where Wonder Woman basically snaps Max Lord's head and or his neck. And maybe it's just because I want to see that, but I think it's a really strong story. I think it's a really strong strong place to move to.
Be a really big allegory for my little brother annoys the shit out of me. So I'm I'm gonna snap his neck on screen.
What haven't I done to Sean yet? Is basically what it is.
It's like, oh, have I killed my brother on screen yet? No, I'm gonna murder him on screen.
Not in this way. So
that's funny.
All right, let's move on. Everybody got their tacos.
Did you have any thoughts on anything?
No, I agree. Tacos on the table. I hope they do somebody new. Though I will say, what's her name from Andor? Aronha?
Adria Ronha.
I like her. When her name popped up, I'm like, ooh, I kind of like that.
Well, they are saying that they're looking for an actress with a Mediterranean background. So I don't think Adria Aronha would work on that.
Yeah, honestly, because she's not really, in that Italian Greek. I guess you could even say you could go Sicilian, I guess. That's Mediterranean. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll know more, but yeah. I trust in James Gunn, even though I'm mad at him for not shutting up. But okay.
We'll get to that. All right. Well, the bat signal's flickering, but no one's in the cowl. James Gunn just addressed the growing fan frenzy around Reacher star Alan Ritchson potentially suiting up as the DCU's Batman, and his response was classic Gunn, vague, flattering, and just suspicious enough to keep the rumor alive. guys know I'm excited about this. So
Mhm.
I'm a big Alan Ritchson fan. Now that's Gunn, not me.
It's you.
We
It's
agree on
you.
this, though. We both agree on this, right? Both as an actor and as a guy, which again, Alan Ritchson is a kind of guy I probably want to go and get a drink with. Gunn said on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, let's just wait to see what happens. Fucking Gunn. That pause, longer than a bat glare in a thunderstorm. Gunn's been clear. Batman is one of his biggest DCU priorities alongside Wonder Woman. But with the brave and the bold still in early script stages and the Batman Part 2 locked for 2027, don't expect a casting announcement tomorrow. Still, Ritchson's name keeps surfacing, and Gunn's non-denial has only added fuel to the Batmobile. And it didn't lose a wheel this time, so there we go. Tacos on the table. Tacos on the table. If Ritchson doesn't get the gig, who's your wild card pick to throw into the bat ring? We know
you
one
guys
of yours.
know mine.
We know yours.
Yeah.
No, there's nobody else. It's only Alan Ritchson. That's it.
That's my feeling. My feeling.
Don't let anybody else enter the fray. Let just one person.
No one can enter the fray.
It's
without
only,
permission.
It's only with consent. It's only Alan Ritchson who should be in this conversation.
Even Alan Ritchson can't enter the fray without consent.
So Say Wong saying he would like Christian Bale to come back. Christian Bale's too short at this point. Christian Bale was what, 5'7", 5'8",
which is tall.
Oh, I thought he was older than that. I thought he was like 5'10".
No, he's not super tall. The thing with Christian Bale is his Batman would look super short compared to David Cornsweet. David Cornsweet just confirmed. I confirmed this the other day. He's 6'5".
No, he's actually 6'3" and some change.
Oh, okay.
But the internet rounds up and says he's 6'4". The reason I know that is Nicholas Hoult is 189 centimeters, meters. I think it's centimeters. Because that's the English thing, and that works out to 6'3.89454 or something.
Yeah. Alan Ritchson, Batman, like his Batman would be about the same height.
Yeah. And that's going to be the thing. Like with Gunn making Superman so tall, you're going to have a tall Wonder Woman, and you're going to have a tall Batman. Because Wonder Woman is supposed to be, if she's shorter, it's by maybe an inch or two. Because she's a freaking Amazon. She's supposed to be tall. I'm sorry.
It's fine. So we got a second helping. If Alan Ritchson steps into the cowl, do we get a Batman who breaks bones or barely speaks, or does Gunn surprise us with a Bat Dad who mentors Damian, journals his trauma, and still finds time to brood in 4 languages?
Oh, my tacos are on the table for that. I want to see him brood in 4 languages.
I'm
pushing him.
I feel like we're gonna get a combination of both. Now, I've been saying that with Batman and Superman, I would want a clash of styles. So where like a lot of people were thinking like, oh, well, because this Superman is so upbeat, that means that Batman needs to be more like, 60s Batman and be happy-go-lucky happy. Like, no, he needs to be more like the animated version where Superman is still the Boy Scout, but Bruce is 100% still the brooding kind of like asshole, that he is. And you get this clash of styles within the movie. Like if they do a World's Finest, it needs to be a clash of styles between the dark brooding Batman and the hopeful upbeat Superman.
So do you think that Batman's gonna get like even be more grumpy than Mr. Terrific? Or is he gonna be like,
he's going to be so much more grumpy than Mr. Terrific.
Okay. All right, cool. I mean, that's what I want. I'm just saying,
And if anybody can play that, I mean, tell me that Reacher isn't grumpy in like every episode of the show.
Well, I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Alan Ritchson wouldn't be a good Batman. I'm just saying that I feel like he would be a better Aquaman. Because
Yeah.
Aquaman is supposed to be huge.
Wait,
Huge.
wait, didn't he really do that? He already
Yeah.
did that.
He did that
Shut up.
already.
It's not canon.
It's all canon. It's a multiverse.
Move
It's all
along.
canon.
All right, we got to move on to the next story here, guys. Does anybody else have any thoughts before we do move on?
I'm good.
I have a thought, but it's gonna screw us over, and you guys are gonna spiral for like 10 minutes.
No,
So-
I promise I won't.
I was gonna say, like, who'd be a fun Batman who could play brooding is Henry Cavill, but we're not even gonna talk about that. Let's not talk about it. Philippe, stop.
We're gonna move on, but I'm just saying I have Henry Cavill. I have my eye on him for a different character. So let's go ahead and move on.
Is it Apollo?
No, it's not Apollo.
Is it Midnighter?
See, I told you guys. You guys are gonna
Earth's Mightiest may be getting the band back together. Speaking of, a new rumor suggests a fan favorite MCU actor has quietly signed on to Avengers Doomsday. But Marvel's keeping names close to the vibranium vest. Insiders say this familiar face could play a major role as the multiverse unravels in Marvel's next ensemble event. Fan theories are flying. Will Wanda return to rewire reality again? Could Wong show up with his sling ring reinforcements? Or maybe Matt Murdock steps into the fray, again with consent, for a legal loophole through chaos. The film, set after the fallout of Secret Wars, is rumored to juggle legacy character arcs and high-stakes sacrifices, making any returnee a potential turning point. Tacos on the table? If the final battle breaks the timeline wide open, what surprise cameo would you throw in just for fun?
Wait, so they didn't say who signed?
No,
How
they
dare
didn't. I think it's Chris Evans.
I know.
I think we're getting.
We know Chris Evans is coming back.
Yeah,
He didn't
tacos
say,
on the
no,
table.
but they haven't announced it. Like, it has not been officially announced.
Well,
So
San Diego Comic-Con is right around the corner. Who knows what's going to happen?
100%.
I could see
Although-
Marvel. I could see Marvel not having a panel, but announcing it just to screw over everybody who has San Diego Comic-Con announcements.
More freaking chairs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, I think an easy get for this. Yeah, Chris. It's got to be Chris Evans. Did they announce Ruffalo? I think they announced
No.
Ruffalo.
I don't think so. Not yet.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think they're done telling Hulk stories, but yeah.
But I think Hulk might save Hulk for Secret Wars.
Mm.
Like maybe he's been kidnapped or something. Whatever. Okay, so tacos on the table, everybody. Who's got tacos? Are they on the table? I'm pushing mine all the way.
No, my tacos are on the table. Just because they're gonna get everybody. Everybody's coming back in one way or another. Just because this is if they're doing Secret Wars, they're going through the multiverse. We're gonna have every different version of every character at one given time. It's all gonna be in Act 3 in the finale. This is gonna be our end game scene where we had everybody that came in and your Avengers Assemble scene. This is what's it's gonna be. And I think we joke about it, but I think it's gonna end up being what we were saying. It's gonna be different teams of Avengers fighting each other.
Yeah, I think so too. And then teams that are dysfunctional.
Right.
And
I think one of those teams is going to be the original Avengers team.
Not my team. Team
Yes.
The original Avengers, that'd be actually pretty cool. I was thinking we might get Chris Evans back as Steve Rogers, not necessarily Captain America, but it's the man Steve Rogers, but he somehow wants to help, wants to fight, and he wants to lend some advice to people or inspire people, because that's part of who Steve is. He's not just, this amazing fighter or something like that, but he inspires people.
Yeah, and I mentioned before, one of them is going to be Captain Hydra, because it does not make sense.
Well, that's the opposite of inspiring people, but
It is. No, but I'm saying one of the versions that we're going to get is going to be Captain Hydra.
Oh, like multiple versions of Oh, I can see
of
that.
all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Okay.
feel
I'll
like
give
we
you that.
will. Ooh, wouldn't it be great if they did Captain Hydra teams up with the Doctor Doom, and so we get the RDJ Chris Evans team up, but on the bad side?
That was one of the things that came to my mind when we originally tried to predict what was going to happen in this movie.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Okay, so we do have a second helping.
Okay.
Oh wait, James, did you say if your tacos are on the table?
Yeah, I throw
Okay.
them down under normal Steve Rogers, but not like scrawny, not scrawny Steve Rogers.
Not little
Full
guy?
full on proteined out, Steve Rogers, but not scrawny little guy.
Like the Dorito. Steve
Yeah, not the
Rogers, the
Dorito.
Dorito. No, he
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
That's the Dorito. Yeah.
Or maybe old man Steve Rogers. Old man Steve Rogers. That's it.
Old man
Ooh,
Steve
that-
comes in.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go. That's
Yeah.
that's my bet. Old man Steve
Him
Rogers.
and Isaiah Bradley, and they're just walking around. They're like, "I'm too old for this shit," and
Yeah,
that's all they do
exactly.
the whole movie. That's what I want to see. All right, second helping. Which underused Phase 4 character deserves redemption in Doomsday?
Underused.
You know who I'm gonna say.
You know who I'm gonna say? They're on Earth, but they're not from Earth. But Valkyrie,
Valkyrie?
like
King
Valkyrie,
Valkyrie?
yeah,
Oh
yeah. I think they
okay.
need to step up and be part of this because, dude, you're a superhero just waiting to happen. You're trying to protect a village of people. How about protecting a bit of the world?
You know who one of my underrated, underused set of characters that would I would fangirl if they showed up on screen, and it would be like a short moment just to mess with Thor.
If you see the Eternals, this show is gonna.
The Warriors 3.
That would be amazing. But you
Because
can't
they
do
died.
it because Ray Stevenson.
Yeah. But also, I mean, if anything, Lady Sif, because we eternally got robbed of Lady Sif. And she was originally supposed to be in Ragnarok, and it all got cut out. So yeah, no, I just like at least Lady Sif coming in and just wrecking shop.
Okay, so of course I want Wong and Madison.
I figured that. I figured you were gonna do one.
But no, here's somebody that I think would be really cool and does deserve redemption in Doomsday. I really feel like She-Hulk.
Oh yeah. I think the plan is to have her come in already though.
Okay, well, I mean, because I was like She-Hulk, I feel like She-Hulk, and just because the TV show wasn't for everybody, it doesn't mean that she doesn't deserve to continue.
Right.
Her or like America Chavez. I would love America Chavez. That would be great. Or Wanda from the Other Earth. That would be a great
America
thing.
Chavez was at the Fantastic Four premiere
She was.
yesterday, so they still got her around.
Yep. All right, let's move on because we're doing that. But everybody got their tacos. We're all tacoed out. No, we're not tacoed out.
I'm never tacoed out. That's not a thing. Marvel's keeping him around until he's 90. He's gonna keep playing this character until he's 90. A fresh scoop suggests Hugh Jackman's Wolverine could be woven into the MCU's post-Secret Wars future, not just as a nostalgia cameo, but as a pivotal legacy thread. Whether that means slashing into Avengers Doomsday, mentoring new mutants across timelines, or ghosting through fractured realities as a cosmic wildcard, Logan's story might be far from over. Insiders are teasing roles that range from old man multiverse guide to timeline tethered warrior, with some even whispering watcher level wisdom and wariness. His dynamic with Deadpool proves Jackman still got the bite, and now Marvel might build on that chemistry, keeping Logan in play as mutant connective tissue for years to come. Think Elder Wolverine helping new X-Men navigate chaos, or silently shaping mutant politics from the shadows. If Deadpool and Wolverine is a send-off, it's the loudest goodbye ever. If it's a reintroduction, possibilities are wild. So, guys, tacos on the table. If Marvel keeps Jackman Jackman. Post Secret Wars, how should
Huge Jackman.
Huge jacked man.
He is a jack man.
My tacos are off the table. I don't think they're going to keep him. I think this is going to be a last hurrah, or it's going to be maybe one or two more Deadpool movies, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's got 5-6 projects in his future. I think he's got like 2, maybe 3.
There's a rumor that he might like go all Watcher.
Yeah,
got it.
I feel like that. I'm like, no, fuck you. That's not gonna happen. Can you imagine? All right, I'm sorry. That was just I got a big kick out of reading that. I was like, what the hell?
Young Phil, what do you think?
I 100% think that I think he's gonna pass the torch, and I don't think that he's gonna continue going on. I mean, the reason he quit Wolverine in the first place is because he didn't want to have to continue to upkeep the maintenance on that fucking amazing body,
the physique
that he has. He didn't want to have to upkeep that for. I mean, he's in his 50s. Like he's getting closer to his 60s.
Yeah.
Aren't we all? Okay, so sorry, I just had like a turn. All right. No, I agree with you guys though. I don't think he's gonna do it till he's 90. I mean, they're gonna be wheeling him out. But I wouldn't mind seeing him take on more of a mentor role. I mean, there is a storyline where he is like an older teacher and he doesn't really do the heroing anymore, but he teaches heroes. That might be something fun that he just kind of comes around and does. But yeah, but my tacos are on the table. I'd like to see him after Secret Wars. I do love him as Wolverine, but I don't know if we'll get him after that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That was just verbal diarrhea. I apologize. Let's move on.
All right. I think we're done.
That is it for rumors. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on now. It is now time to get into the main part of the show. It's time for the download.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that was an intro.
That's the intro.
Yeah. For more news, trailers, reactions, check out Distant Nerdington Post. Let us know what you're nerding out on.
It's good.
For those of you who are watching right now, I know you guys couldn't see it, but the entire time I'm in the background, like, there's someone say the line so I can take it off the screen. Like,
we're waiting for you to take it off. That's the visual.
We
cue.
were waiting for you, and
That's
you
the
were
visual
waiting
cue.
for us. All right. This is Casting Cash, where the rolls are hot, the picks are wild, and somebody just signed up to Diet Summer Camp.
Camp Shay.
Yeah.
That guy. No, not really. He's a kid with bad water karma and mommy issues. Friday the 13th prequel sharpens its machete with Callum Vinson as young Jason. He joins Linda Cardinelli as Pamela Voorhees and a lineup of fresh faces doomed for camp. Forget the hockey mask. This Jason's still figuring out his drowning trauma. What do you guys think?
It's going to be interesting to see Jason before he is. If you remember the first movie, he gets drowned and becomes essentially a deadite, right? So I mean, like,
yeah,
I really don't know how I feel about young Pamela Voorhees and young Jason Voorhees and seeing Jason humanized, even though he literally becomes a monster. So I mean, like, this is not unwarranted. It's just more like, do I want to see him as a normal person? Like, I don't know if I want this. You know what I mean?
I think it goes back to that. I think the thing you said like a couple months ago, where it's like you don't. I think you said it for the Joker. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. You don't want to see the villain become the good guy. You don't want to see. You don't want to be rooting for the villain,
Right.
just to tell this other side of the story. That being said, I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see a lot of what shapes Jason Voorhees to become Jason Voorhees that we know, like all the trauma that he goes through.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
probably with
wondering-
that teacher, whoever he's talking to, you know, it's going to be something like that, where that
That's not
teacher's going to help. But
that's not in. That's something else. That's a whole nother movie.
could be. I don't know.
No, it is.
I'm
I
kind of
got the
curious.
picture. I know where it came from. It's a whole other movie.
I'm kind of curious on like, so Pamela goes crazy. Spoilers for a 50-year-old movie, right? But like, Pamela goes crazy because her precious son drowned while camp counselors were banging each other, and she goes on this crazy killing spree because
What
of
happens in wet, hot American summer?
yeah. But the thing is like where I wonder is a lot of times those kind of like helicopter moms can also be really abusive and then be in denial when something happens to their child, right?
Yeah.
So she goes nuts and kills a bunch of people because you allowed my precious baby to die. But like I what I want out of this series is you see that she actually was an abusive mother and she didn't treat him right, and then she just went nuts when he died and became the Pamela Voorhees from the first movie. But kind of like she was never a good person to begin with.
Right. Yeah. I feel like making her the villain
Mhm.
of the series, and then understanding that maybe it wasn't just that he was a deadite. Maybe it was like coded into his DNA, sort of. I think that might be an interesting take on it. And
Right.
I also think if this goes really well, that they'll do a Halloween prequel too. And we'll get all these other prequels.
I kind of don't want to see Michael Myers as a child. I don't care for that. I don't want to see. I really don't want to see a whole humanizing thing about Freddy Krueger before he becomes a burnt monster. You know, I mean, like
like Mummy before he's a mummy. Like what the fuck?
Like, it's kind of like
it sounds boring.
Yeah, like they could be interesting stories, but it's just kind of like preserve what they are. You know, like I don't want to see Charles Lee Ray all of a sudden like, oh, I want to see Chucky before he became a doll. He wasn't interesting before he became a doll. Now, unless they do like an entire like Dexter kind of thing where he's just like a crazy serial killer and you're watching him be a crazy serial killer.
No, that might be interesting.
You know, and that's the only kind of like origin story for Chucky that I'd want to see is before the voodoo, before he becomes a doll. You see, just like an think what was the show we just reported on? Think the serial killer show on Netflix.
Oh, what is that? Blah blah blah. Not no. Oh God.
You know what show I'm talking about though. Like
Yeah.
you do like a whole serial killer and you kind of follow the detective that's following his crimes. But Charles Lee Ray is the dude who's doing everything. Like make him almost like God damn it, Silence of the Lambs.
Hannibal
Lecter. Make him like Hannibal
Okay.
Lecter, where he's committing crimes, but you don't see him doing it, but you know he's doing it.
I could see that. I think Sacramento Deadpool's like got it like dead on, where he says it'll be Bates Motel, but taking place at Crystal Lake. I totally get those vibes. So you know what? Let's not give it any more space.
Yeah, let's move on.
No rent free here. So they did that to Pinhead and it sucked. Great. Yep, they did. Absolutely. Okay, so from monsters to
other monsters.
Seuss goes soprano as Grande belts graduation angst as Gad adds Whimsical Dread. I don't know how you can do Whimsical Dread, but okay. Warner Brothers Animation turns Seuss into song with Ariana Grande and Josh Gad leading the musical adaptation of Oh, the Places You'll Go. I do love that book. Directed by John M. Chu and set to drop in IMAX in 2028. This will either be whimsy incarnate or full musical meltdown. Ooh, which would be better? Which would be better? I'm kind of wanting full musical meltdown. What about you guys?
I'm into Josh Gad and Ariana Grande being part of this project. I just want to learn more about the project. Is this live action? Is this animated? Like, what are we doing
Well, it
here?
says they're gonna voice it, so I have a feeling it's gonna be animation.
Yeah, it's animated. I mean, also if you look at the way, kind of like they have their headphones on and they're kind of like hiding behind the script. It's very, very much like it looks like an animation studio. So,
all right, we'll see. All right, let's see what happens.
I mean, personally, I thought Ariana Grande was a Who that escaped Whoville for a really long time. So this actually is full circle moment for me.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
maybe she's the only live action in an animated movie. It's just Who. She's the Whoville person.
She's like, I escaped from Whoville. What the fuck? And they're like, you can't curse here, lady. And it's Fork because she's in the bad place. All right. So from singy songies to biscuits, tea, and barbecue sauce. Production is underway in Kansas City, and Ted Lasso season 4 is officially back in play. Returning cast includes Jason Sudeikis. Go ahead, James, do it.
Jason Sudeikis.
Hannah Waddingham, Juno Temple, Brett Goldstein, Brendan Hunt, and Jeremy Swift. Now
Jeremy Swift
to a second division
Brett Goldstein
football team. New additions to the lineup: Tanya Reynolds, Jude Mack, Faye Marseille. She was in Andor. She was Mon Mothma's cousin in Andor. Rex Hayes, Aisling Sharkey, Abby Hearn, and Grant Feely, who steps in as Ted's son, Henry. Plot details are still under wraps, but the log line promises bold choices, fresh challenges, and a whole new pitch to play on. So what do you guys think? The picture, so from what I understand, it starts out in Kansas City, and then it moves to London. So I think it's going to be like they've got to go talk Ted into coming back. And so they get to see where Ted lives in Kansas City. Will we get an Arthur's sighting, the actual Arthur's in Kansas City? Because that would be amazing, because it's everywhere in Ted Lasso. So, and get some of that barbecue sauce. But I think it's going to be fun, and I'm really happy about this, and I love it, and I'm missing Murderbot, and I can't wait until this happens.
Yeah, I'm into it. I like that idea that it's going to go from like, hey, we got to woo him back from Kansas City and bring him back to England. I think that's good, and that'll be fun.
I think also like having the British people come to America and kind of be the ones that are the fish out of water, so to speak, for a little bit. I think that might be a good juxtaposition, and it'll be comedy gold.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. All right.
I like it.
So we go from machetes to biscuits with the boss and everywhere in between while wearing some merch, because we got merch, people.
We got merch, people. You saw nothing. You didn't see anything.
Loud. You guys are loud.
Oh man. Well, let's move into the first story we got here. I'm kind of excited about this because I love Judge Dredd, and I don't know about you guys, but yeah, it's great. I am the law. And the laugh track. Wait a minute. I think I have one of those. I don't. Never mind. That's close as I got. All right. Taika Waititi and Drew Pierce are rebooting Judge Dredd with a satirical spin that could turn Mega City 1 into Mega Comedy 1. I could have delivered that better. Expect brutal justice with a wink and maybe Carl Urban lurking in the shadows. Last I heard, they are courting Carl Urban to come back. So we'll see. Justice will be served. Justice will be served. I am the law. Satirically. Stay tuned for Taika's take on law, order, and one-liners.
I'm interested in this. I like what they did to vampires with the What We Do in the Shadows.
Right.
And if they go in that kind of vein, I think that might actually be interesting to have like Judge Dredd is this badass, and then he's got like his sidekick judge that's like this can't do anything right and is like the nephew of somebody, so it's like total nepo. And yeah, I could totally see that.
Taika's
And have Carl Urban play Dredd.
So
And
Taika's announcement said that he wants to go in the vein of Dredd, though. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, as much as everybody wants it to be satirical because it's Drew Pearce and Taika Waititi, they have both said they liked the Dredd and wish that it had a sequel, and it never got it, and they want to kind of go off of that. So I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see if they go satirical or if they fully go in and say we want to expand the world that Carl Urban's Dredd did.
Yeah. Either way, I think I would like to see more humor in it because the comic did actually have some humor in it. It was balanced, and so
well, it was satire on on fascism, and that what better way to what better property to reboot right now?
Exactly. All right. I think I've got this one, James.
Shin Godzilla might come back, and honestly, humanity had it coming. Toho's Oscar-winning kaiju epic is stomping back by 2026 with director Takahashi Yamazaki teasing bigger budgets and even bigger destruction. Bonus bite, Shin Godzilla might evolve again. 2 Godzillas, 1 cinematic rampage. All right. Double the kaiju, double the existential dread. 2026 might be the year theaters need hazard pay.
Is this like the kaiju version of 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
It is now because you said it. It's trying to just squeeze by that, but nope, you had to pause and throw it in there.
This is all just in the vein of hot kaiju summer.
It is hot kaiju
summer.
Yeah, and Shin Godzilla like evolving again. What's up with that?
What is
I learned what Shin means.
What's Shin mean?
New Godzilla.
Oh, you hyped that up way too much.
You want to know where I learned it from?
Pokemon? Because Godzilla is just a big Pokemon?
No, she 100% learned that from Sumo.
Sumo, because there's a new Yokozuna, Onasato, and they call him Shin Yokozuna. It also can mean God. It's the context. Japanese is a context language.
All right. Well, let's continue on here. Another story that I'm excited about here. I don't want to give that joke too much breath. Captain Planet, meaning mine. Captain Planet gets the prestige glow up. Netflix. Wait a minute. Netflix.
Why is the soundboard so far away?
There you go. Is assembling the Planeteers for a live-action series with Leonardo DiCaprio and Greg Berlanti producing. Tara Hernandez is writing, so expect eco-drama, but with heart, wind, fire, and a whole lot of irony. Your powers combined just summoned a Netflix reboot. Here's hoping Heart gets a character arc.
I know nothing about Captain Planet.
This when this came on, I was like, all right, I gotta tap out and start looking at girls or something because this is too much.
It was the bright green mullet, wasn't it?
I think it was. I couldn't grow a green mullet, so that's what got me.
Yeah, and I didn't understand why the kids were around Captain Planet. It all was really sus to me, and I was like, I think I'm gonna just go date people.
Where's his pants? If he flies around the planet, how come he doesn't wear pants?
It's your power combined. I am Captain Planet.
Yeah,
too much.
Are they gonna get Don Cheadle to do it?
Oh, I hope they do. That would be so good.
He needs a cameo. He definitely needs a cameo.
Definitely. If they don't have Don Cheadle in it for some kind of reference to the fact that he played Captain Planet on Funny or Die, they're failing. They are failing so hard.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep it going. We got some Invincible news. Mark hasn't even started screwing up season 4 yet, but Prime Video locks in Invincible season 5 before season 4 even starts. Oh my god. Matthew Rhys joins the voice cast, and fans suspect he's voicing Thrag, the Viltrumite villain with a mustache and a superiority complex. Don't they all have mustaches?
And superiority complexes. Yes. Even women.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Season 5 is locked in, and Mark hasn't even ruined season 4 yet. Reese enters the chat. Let the mustache menace begin. Oh, yeah.
I was all about alliteration this week, guys. Sorry.
No, it's good.
I went a little too far with that one. I am so upset at Mark. I am so angry at Mark.
You want a shin Mark? You need a new Mark?
I mean, they did that last season. They literally had like 17 marks.
Spoiler alert.
I am so angry because this boy does not learn.
Oh no, he doesn't.
Look, he needs to watch the Superman movie because Superman got the things out of the way. Mark destroys cities, just all let me destroy cities. Oh, let me collapse this mountain. Let me create eco disasters. That's what Mark does. And yet he is in love with Adam Eve, who is all about eco. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I want to slap him a lot.
Mark's not intentionally destroying things. He's
stupid.
He kind of gets slapped around a lot.
He's stupid.
Because he fights a lot of people who are way stronger than him. And he just gets wrecked.
Mm-hmm. He gets wrecked a lot.
I mean, seriously, look, it at this point, it's like superhero torture corn with a P.
Did you say torture corn?
I did.
Just want to say that. Okay, keep it going.
She's got trauma, a spaceship, and a birthday to ruin. Millie Alcock's Kara Zor-El isn't here to smile politely and serve cats from trees. That's totally different than saving cats from trees. Raised on a dying rock, haunted by trauma, and now sipping a blue slushie in a trench coat. She's the DCU's answer to what if your burnout had superpowers? James Gunn calls Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow way more rock and roll. And this Kara's got cosmic baggage, a super dog, and zero patience for Earth's nonsense. She's not just edgy, she's existential. Trench-coated, overwhelmed, and kind of done with humanity. Supergirl is one of us, sorta? What do you guys think? I love the poster.
Oh, yeah. So just talking about the poster? Yeah, I think it's fun. I love it. It's a good play on the Superman.
And go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think it's great, especially after like the kind of the cameo that she has in the movie. Then further getting more kind of like stuff like this. Like we're seeing kind of just how she is. I got into an argument with somebody on Threads the other day about what version of Kara they're gonna do because I guess they had never read Woman of Tomorrow, but I was saying,
you should read it. It's amazing.
They definitely need to read it. But I was talking about like depending on the version that they go with. If they're going with the version from Woman of Tomorrow, I mean everything she did made sense in the movie. Like she had one scene, but it all makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, other versions of Kara have because they were saying like, well, how did she get away from Superman and all this other stuff if they were the last people, and how does she remember? I'm like, Well, there are versions of her that were like she lived in the colony off planet. There's a version where they both left at the same time, and the warp thing that they went through, Kara ended up getting there later than Clark, and Clark, she basically got trapped. So, there's different versions, but I mean, technically, she is supposed to be older than Cal, but circumstances made it to where she didn't age. So.
Yeah, because she was in stasis. But yeah,
Right.
so I think she's gonna be a super millennial. I think she's gonna be a millennial. She's gonna be that, like, I'm out to just kind of, and she does have a lot of trauma. And let's face it, some people do, they go to alcohol.
Is she going to be a millennial or Gen Z?
I think she's gonna be millennial. I think maybe Gen Z. Yeah, she could be. I mean, definitely, I'm all for Kara Core, but yeah, she's got a lot of trauma, and I think that's what they're doing. I do think that how she started at the end of Superman and how she finishes Supergirl it'll be an arc, a very memorable arc, because if they're basing it off of Woman of Tomorrow, and I know they were talking about doing that, so I think they are, that she's going to go through quite a transformation during the movie. And yeah, so yeah.
All right.
But I loved her like attitude towards Clark. It's like she's like, you don't even need me anymore. It's like she has no purpose. She knew exactly what she was supposed to do, and then she couldn't do it. And now Clark's all on his own, and he's not doing what he's supposed to do. So
which, I mean, that's what it should be with Woman of Tomorrow. So
yeah, absolutely. So
all right,
okay.
Over to some Fantastic Four news. Fantastic Four
Are we skipping a story?
Yeah, we're going to do the Peacemaker story.
Oh, sorry, I scrolled down too far. My bad.
Yeah. One man, one pocket universe, zero boundaries. James Gunn confirms Peacemaker season 2 will revolve around pocket universes, alternate realities first introduced in his Superman film. But don't expect a multiverse mashup. Gunn calls it a high concept story focused on Chris Smith's relationship with one other world. Think less No Way Home, more Philip Roth with tidy whities and explosives. The trailer teases a Peacemaker doppelganger and reality hopping chaos, all premiering August 21st on Max. If there's a universe where Peacemaker doesn't say something wildly inappropriate, have we found it yet?
Nope.
Probably not.
I actually haven't. I'm gonna binge watch it. I haven't done it yet,
It's
and I said I would before the season 2 starts. So I'm gonna do that.
I love that the picture on the wall in the middle is White Dragon, his dad.
That's actually I found that it's a set photo.
Oh man.
So it may be from the pocket dimension.
It's from the alternate universe. You can tell by Peacemaker's symbol.
Yeah.
But
I just thought it was cool. I was like, this is the coolest thing. So yeah, that's why I put it in there. But yeah.
All right. Let's continue on.
As I was saying,
James's favorite crush.
Fantastic Four gets practical. Mole Man unionizes. Galactus accessorizes. Marvel drops a first look at Paul Walter Hauser. Hello.
PWH.
As Mole Man in the Fantastic Four First Steps, reimagined as a subterranean union boss with community vibes and a surprisingly solid rapport with Sue Storm. All right.
Interesting.
Meanwhile, a new featurette reveals Galactus towering practical costumes. A spaceship meets armor design so massive it needs its own AC unit. Director Matt Shackman. Retro futuristic vision is all about tactile chaos, cosmic scale, and villains who come with both emotional depth and heat management systems. Marvel's first family is back with costumes back from the cleaners, Galactus looming, and Mole Man unionizing kaijus like it's hot kaiju summer. SPF 1000 recommended. Oh yeah.
I love that. I love that his goggles are very classic Mole Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also with kind of a nod to the Incredibles too, as well.
Yeah, kind of. What was his name? The Underminer.
The Undertaker. No,
I'm the Underminer.
Underminer. That's it. Yeah. I loved it. But yeah, I love this, and I still don't know who the hell that guy is. So I guess I'll know when I go see Fantastic Four. But yeah, I think this is cool. I think it's going to be fun. Well, we've got some Fantastic Four stuff probably coming next.
You've got to watch Cobra Kai. I'm telling you, so that way you can see Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah, he's funny.
Man. Yeah.
Did you guys watch the premiere? It was on Disney Plus.
No, I did not.
It was actually pretty cool. So
the premiere of what?
True crime.
So they did like a red carpet premiere.
Oh,
blue carpet.
Yeah, but it was blue. It was really fun. So they had all the cosplayers. So like friends of the show, Albie Madrigal was down there. Saw him on Disney Plus. Michelle Waffalo, she was there. Logan Winter Cosplay, they were all there.
Oh,
having a good old time. Oh, Human H2. Human H2 was there in a big thing outfit. It was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Costumes.
So it was, and then they did a lot of interviews. So it was so much fun. I liked it. It kind of felt like the Deadpool Wolverine red carpet. So
that's cool.
I can see that. That was really a fun red carpet.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew they were gonna live stream it, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what I was doing, to be honest with you. I was probably working on the show for today.
I don't know if it's still up, but you should go check it out. Yeah, Disney Plus.
Yeah. I saw a lot of the shorts and the clips on YouTube, and oh my God, Vanessa Kirby is pregnant.
Yeah, she's a character actor, she went very
she went full method
actor and said, I need to get pregnant. I wonder if it's Pedro's. We shall see.
It is.
God,
if she went full method, it would be Pedro's.
With the way that they've been acting in every interview that they're in, you would think that yes, he got her pregnant.
And I do have to say this, and I'm not trying to body shame or eyebrow shame Vanessa Kirby, but I feel like maybe she couldn't get her eyebrows done since she's been really pregnant, because like the chemicals and stuff that they use to do that, maybe that's something that's bad for the baby, because she full on has caterpillar eyebrows now.
She's
full
got
caterpillar. Her eyebrow game
strong
is
eyebrows.
Strong. All right.
There's no invisible shields hiding those. Let's just say
no.
I guess.
Okay. Who's got the next one?
I do, but hold on. I've got to put this back on the screen. I hate that I have to reset this every 5 seconds. Okay, there we go. Beard, bullets, and absolutely no time for your friendly neighborhood nonsense. Set photos from Marvel's upcoming Punisher special presentation confirm the story takes place in 2027, just months after Daredevil Born Again Season 1. Frank Castle is back, navigating in New York, still under Mayor Fisk's iron grip. Meanwhile, Kevin Feige teases Castle's next move, a major role in Spider-Man Brand New Day, where he's probably going to beat the crap out of Iron Spider, because that's what he does in the comics. Where he'll collide with Tom Holland's newly rebooted street-level Spidey. It's a full circle moment for the anti-hero who debuted in in a Spider-Man comic this time. The team up might be more clash and camaraderie. Frank Castle's still not talking, still not healing, still treating every anger management technique like a personal insult. Breathing techniques, breathing exercises. He had his breath through a war.
Sorry, I went a little yeah. Anyway, no. So
an entire war.
I've seen things. I love John Barenthal's Punisher, and I don't like Punisher. I am not a fan of that character. So yeah, I love this. I love this. And John Barenthal and Tom Holland did each other's audition tapes for the MCU, and they both got it. And now they're both going to be, so this is definitely full circle moment for both of them as well. So I think it's going to be cute. It's going to be so cute. It's going to be cute Because we're gonna get Spider-Man, and he's gonna be jumping around him like that little dog in the Looney Tunes things, and he's gonna be the big dog, and he's gonna be like, "Get away from me, kid! Get away from me, kid!" And it's gonna be great. And then he's gonna like pistol whip him, and then he's gonna get away from him, and that'll be what it is.
What are you doing, kid?
I still think Charlie Cox is probably gonna be in it. I think that's gonna be a thing, but yeah, whatever.
I'm telling you, I feel like Spider-Man is gonna stop Punisher from killing somebody.
Probably.
He's just gonna like web his arms. Like, what are you doing?
Yes. All right, let's move on. Unless James has lots of stuff to say.
Well, I was just thinking, didn't we leave off with Punisher being trapped by Mayor Kingpin or Mayor Fisk?
Yeah.
And then this takes place sometime in 2027. I think I was reading an article where they were doing the dates, and it's like he may be missing for like 6 months. And then he turns up. So I just thought that was interesting. I'm like, oh, he's been missing for months and months. And
yeah,
what's Matt Murdock doing to find him? But we shall see.
But see, like Punisher doesn't like he's not like checking in with Matt. I mean, that we found that out in Daredevil Born Again in season 1. He didn't know where he knew where his hideout was, but neither one of them were checking in with each other. So I mean, it could be that nobody knows that he's even missing like that because he doesn't have anyone. And unless Karen's getting all hot and bothered by him, I'm pretty sure that they're not gonna know.
Yeah.
Until he shows back up again.
Okay. Okay, what's next?
Not to rationalize, just to say that could be a thing. We have a whole lot of MCU. Like Kevin Feige couldn't stop talking. Like him and James Gunn, I might strangle at some point. I won't strangle them. I love them. Keep doing what you're doing, boys. But please don't talk about it in little tiny increments. One interview, say it all, so I can report on it, so James can report on it, so Phil can report on it, so Shadu can report on it, so Graveyard can report on it, so Geek Freaks can report on it. All of our friends. Okay, I've gone off topic.
Okay, real quick.
Got messy. Okay,
real quick. Breaking news. Say Wong says in the chat that Switch 2s are back in stock. So go out and get your Switches after the show.
Because Switches don't get stitches.
Switches don't get Switches. And then update. Say Wong saying that Switches 2 are now out of stock. So you missed out. So back to the MCU stories.
All right. So we've got a whole like MCU corner. The first one we've got is the Secret Wars reset. Do we have a picture?
I would if the computer for some reason wouldn't stop shutting everything down.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just go ahead and go on it, and you just show it whenever you get everything figured out. There we go. All right. Multiverse got messy, so Feige hit Control-Alt-Infinity. So Feige confirmed that Avengers Secret Wars will reset the MCU. The goal, unify multiverse madness into a single streamlined timeline. This cinematic recalibration sets the stage for new heroes, new stories, and a new saga starting immediately after. So we've got that. Let's move on to all of them, and then we'll just go back and we'll talk about them. Does that sound like, does that
There's
sound
a
good?
bunch
Okay.
of things, yeah.
Yeah, there's like 5. All right, so let's go to 3 more phases. Marvel's mapped the next decade. Hope you weren't busy. Post-reset, Feige revealed Marvel's next saga spans 3 full phases, already outlined through 2032. I'm going to be dead by then. The studio is prioritizing character arcs and thematic continuity, dialing back the cameo clutter. Legacy heroes may return eventually, but not before the story demands it. Which leads us into the X-Men reboot. Mutants are inbound along with teen angst and actual comic book fashion sense. Thank goodness. With the next saga locked, Feige confirmed Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier will helm Marvel's long-awaited X-Men reboot. The film will lean character first, youth forward, and myth building. No cast yet, but it marks the mutants' true arrival in the unified MCU timeline. Oh, it's very school of them. All right. And which leads also into the Deadpool and Wolverine information. Deadpool wants creative control, a hot tub, and a crossover with Baby Groot. Kevin Feige talks are ongoing with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman about their post-Deadpool and Wolverine futures. Reynolds is reportedly developing a mutant ensemble, and Feige teased Jackman might stick around until he's 90. Translation, the claws aren't fully holstered yet. And finally, Blade. Blade status. Marvel refuses to leather up. I almost said lather. Mahershala without a masterpiece. Feige addressed delays on the Blade reboot, reaffirming Mahershala Ali as the lead. The studio scrapped early versions, including period concepts, after realizing they weren't up to Marvel's standards. We didn't want to simply put a leather outfit on him and have him start killing vampires, Feige said. The modern day version is back in development. Feige resets timelines, mutants mix main stage, Blade holds for brilliance, and Deadpool keeps texting the boss. Does MCU's next generation roadmap feel like the antidote to superhero fatigue?
It feels like
let's talk about it.
So it feels like they're taking it serious again because they can. You know, so it feels like what they're doing is okay. Um, Secret Wars is going to reset a whole bunch of stuff, which I mean, it's what it was in the comics. It was a reset. It was hey, let's take all of our toys, let's consolidate, give one continuity, and we start from here, right? Doing more phases. I mean, that's probably what a lot of people don't want is, oh, we don't want to hear, phase 8, 9, 10, whatever, and all that. But there's a plan, right? So they're rebooting the X-Men. They're gonna be doing comic book accurate versions of the X-Men. With that, I don't know if he's gonna pass the torch or if Jackman is just like, I'm just gonna keep playing Wolverine because this is a chance for me to continue doing what I wanted to do that he wasn't able to do when they did the X-Men movies, right? And then of course everybody wants more Ryan Reynolds. I love that he addressed the whole situation with Blade, and it's like, I'm not shelving it. I just don't want to put it out unless it's perfect. And that means that he's respectful enough of the fan base that he doesn't want to fuck it up.
Right. I see that. I had I had a question itching at the back of my brain. Do you think that the reason that they're getting more serious is because they knew that Superman would basically revitalize this? Like it would either revitalize it or it would like flame out. I mean, honestly, it was either one or the other. People were going to love it or it was going to be horrible and so that's a lot of pressure on James Gunn, but it's also a lot of pressure on Kevin Feige because Feige didn't have really a lot of competition when it came to superheroes. Like Marvel was the one to beat. Marvel was the pace setter. And now it's James Gunn. Like it's the DC Studios. And I'm wondering if that might be why they're doing this. I mean, James Gunn has said, we will not make a movie until the script is amazing.
Right.
And he's canceled stuff because he's like, nope, script's not great. We're not doing it. So I wonder if Marvel will take a page out of that rule book.
And I wonder if that's where like Feige is realizing that's where he strayed. Is like, I'm just allowing whatever to kind of get through. And it's like, well, okay, it loosely follows what we want in the Bible. So it's fine. Let's do this. Right. Rather than kind of like actually going through the script and saying, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. This is against what we're trying to do. These scenes aren't going to work the way we want them to. This is not the introduction we want of this character. Things like that. Like, I'm wondering if he is tightening the reins and trying to get back to what it was when the MCU started.
I mean, it's a different climate now too. You think about like after COVID, a different climate. And so he threw money at the problem before COVID.
Mhm.
And now he can't do that because they've taken the purse strings back. And I think we might start seeing different things. That might be why there's the slowdown. And the stuff that I'm hearing that we'll probably talk about next week with Doomsday, they're still writing the script. They've been
Yep.
shooting for 3 months. And James Gunn is like, no, we're not doing it unless the script's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not even casting and not even starting production until he has a good script, James Gunn.
Right.
Whereas Kevin Feige's like, oh, let's just do it. We'll figure it out as we go. It's like, maybe that's not the way to do it.
Right.
Yeah, the stories are dictating how things are getting made versus marketing and setting these dates and these announcements, these pushes. We're, they have the right mentality over at DC with James Gunn and Peter Safran, where we're going to have these stories, make sure that they're all cohesive and they all make sense and they're all going to be solid moving forward versus Marvel. I don't think we're going to get big announcements anymore, like at a Comic-Con where it's like, hey, this is our next phases. I don't think that's going to happen. He might say there's 3 phases coming, but he's not going to like lay them out in the timeline anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all going to be vagaries.
Right. I think a lot of it is going to be we're not announcing things until it's in production.
Yeah.
Which is the way it should have been. It should have always been don't announce it till it's in production.
Yeah. Yeah, the spectacle was good to the lead up, but then once everything was solidified, they should have backed off. But
honestly, I think that's coming from Disney. I think Marvel started it. Star Wars, Lucasfilm also started to do it too, but then they had to backtrack a lot. Whether it's production issues, or like strikes or whatever it may be. But then it became this like, you know what, we're having to backtrack, and it looks bad. Like as much as we're hyping everybody up, if we're backtracking all the time, it's putting a bad taste in everybody's mouth. So let's not do that anymore.
Yeah, I think part of it was also Disney was probably saying like, hey, we want that Hall H prestige. We want to do D23 and have these massive announcements that everybody gets excited for and all this other stuff. But it's like you're having us announce things and none of it's ready.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why all this stuff starts happening where, stuff gets dropped out or things are, backed out of development. And it's like, right now, these are all in like the thought phases, man. Like we just let us do what we were doing, man. Let us cook and stop, stop throwing water on the, on the pan, like.
As far as Hugh Jackman goes and all this, I think this is a good time to, kind of, retire Wolverine, so to speak, and let other heroes kind of pop up and take center stage. He was kind of the character to come out of the X-Men, just like how Iron Man or Captain America were the characters to come out of the MCU. They kind of need to get another crop of stars, actors, characters that can kind of take center stage instead of just like literally bringing back Hugh Jackman until he's 90. So they need a chance to step forward.
I do think that they're trying to do that with the whole X-Men thing, the Fantastic Four, and Blade. I mean, if we ever get a Blade. But I know they want to go into the horror aspect of the comics and they want to go into the mutant aspect of the comics and really, evolve the whole universe. And but I'm just like, y'all messy. Y'all messy.
Yeah.
James Gunn just said y'all messy.
So. I'll say it like I've been saying. We don't want it unless Mojo's in it. So guys, back off. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right. We'll find out probably after Fantastic Four how things are going to start laying into place.
I'm just so scared right now for the MCU. And then I'm also like, okay, we're going to get this reset. So you mean these characters that I fell in love with that I may not have liked in the comic book universe, but I love in the MCU. Now they may not be around anymore. And so I'm a little like cranky about that. But then I'm also like, I'm sure it'll be okay, and comics did it all the freaking time, so it's not like I'm not used to it, but
Yeah.
I'm just like, really? I spent 2 decades getting invested in these characters.
Yeah.
And now you're resetting everything? Wah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's continue on to the next part here.
Let's do some Comic-Con.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome to Comic-Con International, where the cosplay is elite, the exclusives are mythical, and the line for Hall H has its own backstory. San Diego Comic-Con 2025 runs July 24th through the 27th, with preview night on July 23rd. The convention center's locked, the badges are gone, and the Gaslamp Quarter is crawling with offsite activations, merch drops, and cosplay that could cause traffic violations. There's so much going on. How do you want to break this down? Frey, you want to do the panels?
I can do the panels if you want, or I was going to say we could just go over all of it and then just talk about it. But yeah, I'll do the panels. All right. Lucas comes to Comic-Con. George Lucas makes his first ever Hall H appearance, joining Guillermo del Toro and Doug Chiang to preview the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art, moderated by Queen Latifah. We got the Queen, y'all. James Gunn and the Peacemaker cast return to Hall H with season 2 updates and DCU teases. Ryan Gosling, Phil Lord, and Andy Weir unveil Project Hail Mary with exclusive footage. Tron Ares, sorry, I don't know why I did it that way. Predator Badlands and Alien Earth all get spotlight panels with cast and creators. King of the Hill.
I was going to say hosted by Kevin Smith.
Yeah, hosted by, it didn't, I wasn't. Look, I'm blurbing it. All right. King of the Hill hosts a full-scale Arlen, Texas activation featuring Hank Hill's backyard, Alamo Pong, Megalomart, Hat Station, boot toss games, and a backyard cookout with Texas-style barbecue and lawn mower photo ops.
I'll tell you what.
Right? Loud is not allowed. But yeah, no, I mean, that's all for the panels. Those are highlights, but it's panels. There's a lot of shit going on.
That's awesome.
So much going on. I know Kevin Smith, he made a big deal about moderating the Tron Ares and Predator Badlands panels, and he's already seen both movies.
Oh wow, that's cool.
The Predator Badlands movie, he said it's not even like fully finished. Yeah, like a lot of it was animatics, but like it was really good. And he was like, he really enjoyed it. Tron Ares said conceptually blew him away because it wasn't what he thought it was going to be.
Oh, so it has a different theme than what most people are thinking. That's interesting.
Very really AI heavy theme. So yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's totally in line with what's going on now. Like husband was like talking about how there's all these things about AI, and it's like, oh well, AI is like bad for you and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, well, don't talk to it.
So I'll talk about the pop-ups in the Gaslamp District.
All right.
Super 7's Godzilla Station pop-up brings props, merch, and kaiju cosplay to 8th Avenue. Hasbro Pulse booth features live events, toy reveals, and fandom hubs for Transformers, D&D, and Magic the Gathering. Mando's Batman. So Mando, I believe they're a soap company. The animated series Robin figure drops as a limited edition collectible and episode-specific accessories. And Oni Press rolls out exclusives for Adventure Time, Scott Pilgrim, and EC Comics, plus signings with Brian Lee O'Malley, Matt Kent, and more.
Matt Kent, that's so fucking awesome. Sorry, I'm a big Matt Kent
fan. All right, we got more panels. The panel buzz is palpable. Avatar: The Last Airbender gets a panel. Rick and Morty, Gen V, Twisted Metal, South Park, and King of the Hill all get panels. Plastic Icons, The Evolution of Action Figures and Collectible Culture, moderated by Bex Francis,
friend of the show, and and peer of James.
Sack Geeks his own. Bex Francis is moderating a panel starring Scott Zillner, who's amazing as well. So
there's I was looking at all the people that are gonna be there. It's like really some like heavy hitters for like collectibles and like that culture. That's I would go to San Diego just for that particular one, and that's on Sunday, isn't it? So it's like the last day, so it's a good wind down one. So
Yep. And I think our buddies over at Kid Hero in Lumpia with Inventions, I think they're gonna have a booth with a few different things going on, and I think they have a panel as well. Our friend Leroy David is gonna be there as well, so shout out to them.
Did you see that Steven Seagal? I put it in there because I thought that was a really interesting panel. It's not that the thing I love about San Diego Comic-Con with their panels is you can sign up for a panel. Like anyone can. You just have to pay money for it. Like you just have to like do all the registration fees and stuff. But you can sign up for a panel and have people show up, and people will show up for your panels. So you can have something like his that is very important to comic book fans, but may not be important to like the more pop culture-y side unless they collect comic books. But
so Steven T. Seagal hosts a powerful session on disaster recovery and comic preservation after losing 50,000 comics in the Eaton fire.
Wow.
So a lot of interest for all those collector fans out there. So yeah, it'll be crazy.
It's so neat. Like 1 year, I helped host a panel. It was so fun.
Nice.
Look at you. To host panels. Yeah. I did a lot of stuff at San Diego Comic-Con, y'all. Like, and I don't remember all of it.
Well, guys, San Diego Comic-Con is here to ruin your budget, your sleep schedule, and your sense of reality.
And it'll smell like BO on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the panels? I think there's a lot going on. I know there's a big stink that Marvel isn't going to be there. But honestly, for me, I'm kind of happy with all these panels. And we're getting some spotlight shine. Like Lucas is going to be there. And then like big projects like, James Gunn and Peacemaker and DCU will be there. The Ryan Gosling stuff. I'm okay with getting all this instead of, kind of Marvel taking the big center stage.
And then like the Eisner Awards are also during San Diego Comic-Con, correct? Yeah.
Right.
So I mean that's a big thing for comic book people. So there are gonna be a lot of comic book artists and writers that are gonna be there. There's gonna be an award show. The cosplay contest is freaking amazing. It is so amazing. Yeah, and Hall H is huge. It's like really huge now. It's really huge. Really huge.
It's exciting. I can't wait to get all the news out of SDCC. It's going to be fun.
I'm going to be in mourning until after the weekend because I miss San Diego Comic-Con. It was the first Comic-Con I ever went to. You know me, go big or go home. And I'm always like a little sad. I'm like, oh, sad. But Sumo is on. So I have Sumo to help.
There you go. That's good. Or you can fly over to Medford, Oregon, go to Medford or Meadowlark Comic-Con. I screwed that up. If you go to Meadowlark Comic-Con 26th, 27th July. There you go. That'll be fun.
You come and hang out with us.
There you go. And if you can't go, you can go online and message us because we got merch, people.
We got merch, people. Good transition.